I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, people. Welcome to the show. I am Man, and this is I Am Sure Sports. On the day when the Reggae Boyz squad was named for the upcoming window, the two games that will be played, yes, the two games, away to Nicaragua and at home to Honduras, right? And if we win these games, it means that we will be one of the top seeded teams to go into the quarterfinals of the Nations League, where Jamaica last time around finished in third place, right? We finished in third place. USA and Mexico went into the final. USA won, Mexico came second, Jamaica third, and Panama was fourth. So Jamaica has an opportunity this time around to go one better. As usual, again, I want to greet you and welcome you in the name of the creator of the heavens and the earth, the most high God, the one who we love. In him we live and move and we have our beings. He's great and he's mighty. He's full of grace, full of love. And he promises to never leave us nor forsake us. He's our Father and friend and our Savior. And we continue to live our lives in complete surrender to his great name and trust that he will continue to lead us in paths everlasting. All right. As usual, if you're on the platform, I ask you to do a couple of things for me, please. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Yeah? Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Go ahead and do that right now. Right? If you have not done so yet, do that for me right now. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. See, they are going up. The likes are going up. All right. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. It is also Super Friday. And on Super Friday, we ask all our faithful and the loyal members, viewers, and subscribers to contribute to the channel by giving a super sticker or a super chat. All right, so go ahead and do that right now on Super Friday so that we can continue to improve the work of the platform. My people, my people, my people, my people. All right, big up to Reggae Boyz community. Big up yourself. Heard mention of them in the press conference about the drumming and the music and all of that. Big up Reggae Boyz commentary. Like the new songs that you're doing. They're doing a good job. Big up also to Kyle Wallace and Reggae Boyz Supporters Club as they continue to work to create an atmosphere in the National Stadium. Dr. Dan, bless up to you, Triple E. As usual, much love and appreciation. Chorus. I need to know how that is pronounced. If you can call in and let me know. Bless up to you. Hey, yo, Peso. Bless up yourself. You understand me? Big up yourself as well. Mindset Media. All right. Big up yourself. Blessings every time. All right. So, so first thing, right? I have to say this. Right? I have to say this. So in the press conference, I was in the comment section and I noticed that I'm going to talk a little bit about Mount Pleasant as well today and their performance last night and how disappointed I was with their performance. But yes, I noticed in the comment section, because I was in the comment section, all right? And in the comment section, I noticed that there was a person in there when the coach mentioned the player, Mason Holgate, and said that he's on standby, that kind of a thing. There was a person in the comment section, and the person immediately commented that, oh, I told you. See, Mason Holgate has his Jamaican passport. People, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a L-I-E lie. Or how you want to spell it? L-Y-E lie. Mason Holgate at this moment is not in possession of a Jamaican passport. And stop telling lies. You have information, share that information. Do not tell lies. The player does not have a Jamaican passport. Through intervention, they had, and this is what the court said, intervention, the citizenship process was completed recently, like within this week that we're in. And so the next step is to get the player's passport. That is why the coach is hoping, and he said that he's on standby so that if he get the passport in time, he will play, because the clearance thing is already dealt with. Please do not put information out there that you know in your heart that is not true, because it causes confusion. It causes too much confusion. You don't have to tell lies if you have the truth, my boss. Speak the truth and speak it ever. Do not confuse the people. All right? Bam. All right, so I had to just say that, because, and people, if I am doing that, please call me out and say, management, that is a lie, and present the accurate information. We need to hold each other accountable, because the information we share can affect how people behave. All right? That's one. Bam. All right? So the player is on standby. Standby. That's what the court said. In other words, if he comes through, he can be added, but the players are selected. So understand that. So you can name 24 players. It's just that on the match card, you have 23. So he can name 24, he can name 25, he can name 26 as the coach. But on the day of the match, if the player can play, so to add Holgate as like a 24 player is not an issue, because if the documentation comes through, then you can add him into the team, and that's it. Nothing is wrong. It's not a wasted selection. He's not taking up a space for someone else. All right? Argument done. We will not continue. All right? All right? So we're going to move away from that. Now, let me put up the squad for those of you did not see it, you can call in. I'm going to open the lines right now so you can call in, give your thoughts, give your opinion on the squad. All right. Yeah, right. Give your thoughts on your selection on the squad. And please, let me work with me, right? So work with me. I am not the coach. Therefore, if you ask me why someone is in and why someone is out, then I will not be. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 forward players, right? Ronaldo Cephas, Norman Campbell, Mikel Antonio, Demarai Gray, Kaheem Dixon, Romario Williams. 6, all right? Casey Palmer, Keroy Anderson, Bobby Reed, Lottie Bodier, Tyreek McGee. All right, that's 5. That's 11. Dexter Lembikisa, 13. Deshane Bernard, 14. Greg Lee, 15. Damian Lowe, 16. John Bell, 17. Richard King, 18. Tevin Gray, 19. Ethan Pinnock, 20. Mason Holgate, 21. Andre Blake, 22. Shaquan Davis, 23. Jamal Iwe, 24. All right. Am I counting wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. Oh, we get 24 first. 23. All right. 23, 23, 23. All right. So, 23 players. Right. So, it is not a wasted selection. All right. Because all the coach has to do, he needs 23. Get a local player to be training with the team. Go to Nicaragua, play the game. When you come back, you add the player. If the player is not going to get the passport, whomever he adds, he can get in. All right? Math class needed indeed. All right, so I got the counting wrong, but I think I figure it out right now. So 23, right? So I don't think it is a wasted selection. So let's go through the goalkeepers. The regular culprits are here. Lordy. Flavor Max is here. Have no fear. Flavor Max.
You know, it's always good to go back and say thank you. Always good to go back and say thank you. And if it's not you, you can still keep the thank you. I'm glad to see a call for Tyreek McGee. And I get Tyreek McGee in the squad. Management.
Yes.
I am elated. Of course, with all the other players. I mean, Leon Bailey is out in India, still not 100%. I understand that. But I have no problem with the squad. I have no problem with the squad management. I like the squad. I like that he's getting to see other players, etc., etc. Because people still don't understand that the coach is still trying to put the pieces together and put the puzzle together. We still have to give him that opportunity. Not because Harry Dempsey was here and he was doing that. The coach has to do that for himself. And you can see where he's a delicate position. No, because we do have a lot of time. It's a delicate position he's in where he still want to win games to keep the buzz going. But you also still have to look at players to fit his profile system, etc. However, I am glad that Tyreek McGee, because in my humble opinion, I mean, I was probably the only man on this planet in management. I want this to be known. Flavor Max was the only man on this planet. Sometimes the man come like a madman, you know. In fact, they call me madman.
But you're not.
I was the only man on this planet.
Hold on. Are you saying you agree with them or you disagree with them?
Disagree with who?
The people.
That I'm a madman? No, but it's because he's an Arsenal fan. You know? Right. It's because he's an Arsenal man. Life is good. We beat PSG 2-0. Maggie is in the side. I was the only man calling for Maggie. They called me a madman, but guess what? I said, it's okay, call me a madman, but I will get Tyreek Maggie in this side. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love the direction that this team and how the coaches think. I really love it. Because what confirmed what I was already thinking in terms of what the coach want to do. And if it is that, then trust me, life under this coach will be like life in paradise.
So,
I love it, man.
So you love giving the players that are available to the coach. You because like he said, Shamar, which I think is a big decision by Shamar. You know, when I always believe, like when a player can look at himself and say, listen, I'm not up to full fitness. I have not been contributing in the way that I should be contributing. Give me some window. And he appointed his own. He went out and appointed his own physical trainer to get him up to par. I think that is a big move by Shamar. You understand me?
Nothing's wrong with that.
What are your thoughts?
I don't have a problem with that. No, I don't have a problem with that because as I say, you see, when somebody can be real with himself, and I think that's what is happening now because he haven't been really. Shamar can be better, and he realized that. And as you say, he decided to scale back and work on his fitness, work on his game. Nothing is wrong with that. Sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself. And that's what he's doing now. And if somebody else get the opportunity to get a look in, at least we know Shamar is there. And he can only get better with this mindset from here, going into the World Cup qualifier. Because let's not forget, that is really the goal. The goal is to qualify for World Cup. So if he can be honest with himself now and try to work on his skill set and his mind and mental and come back ready, just like me and Bailey, then it should be better for all of us, Jamaica and the GM to go to World Cup. I love it, man. I love it. I don't have a problem with it. But you know, so
say that, I mean, something happened on Antonio. Are you confident with the striker options we have?
Yes, I am confident. I mean, I hope nothing happen to Antonio. It's 2 games. I mean, anything can happen.
Is there a next striker available that you think, boy, it would have been good to at least add a next one, seeing that it is turf, and we probably know that Antonio probably not going to play the full game on the turf and kind of preserve it for the game.
Jamal on the side?
No, Jamal just some issues in terms of his own clubs and him, kind of same thing like Boza, but it was more the club saying that, listen, he's short of playing time and fitness. You know, he got transferred to this new club. And saying, and so that is his reason for being out of the squad. Discussion with the coach, like the coach said. So yeah. So now I'm saying,
and that's why
so that he's out. Like,
so who is the striker?
So the only 2 strikers we have are Mikel Antonio and Romario Williams. Well, Cephas is not really. Cephas is not really a striker. Well, Kyle Dixon, a suspect, can play as a striker, but he's young. Because, so are we short in that area? Are we short in the center forward position? And is there a next? I'm just asking, and is there a next striker that we could have looked at? Or is there someone that the coach could say, seeing that Holgate is on the border, like, is there somebody local that they could look at to fill the gap?
And this, you see that question, man, it says a lot. And that's we have to look back on our own league now, the JPL. You know, because this is where we could probably look in the JPL and say, yo, we have a little striker, just like how Solanke for England get him a little call up. We have a striker where look busy and doing something where we could have pulled him in. This was an opportunity for a JPL striker, but it have nobody kicking on the door. So yes, to answer the question directly, we are short in that area, not just in the 11, but in the entire pool, picking pool. So we have to look at that. We have to look at that. We are indeed short. You know. So
I am with you because I really don't think like there's like, this is just my opinion, people. You may have your JPL team, but I don't think we have a striker now in the JPL that even scoring. I think Jamal, Calvin, and Stein, and both of those guys play for Cavaliers, and they're not even Jamaicans.
Yeah, we should be able to look in the JPL now. Boza pulling out for to work on himself. We should be able to look next right there now on the ground and say, all right, we're gonna pull in a JPL player, but there's nobody to pull. So we have to look in ourselves, look in the league. The players in the JPL have to look in themselves too. Take a long look at themselves and say, yo, this should have been me.
Yeah.
You have to want it though. You have to want it. But I'm glad with the squad overall. Hope nothing happened to the striker and this window will go successful. No injury in the name of God. Happy for Maggie, and I'm going to leave you with this one. People are saying, all right, boy, I tell you, say it's sad, you know. Maggie get up calling, me hear people are saying, say, all right, I'm getting calling. Now people are going to realize, go. Oh my God, why are we like this, man? Can't we just happy for somebody and wish them good now that they get the call? Even if they didn't want him to get a call. Know that he get a call. Just wish the young man good luck and say, all right.
But who is not wishing him good?
Man, like in a read your comment section, man.
But I'm not seeing anybody.
People.
I'm not seeing anybody in the comment section beating.
Yeah, man, maybe not in your comment section.
But you just said that I am not reading my comment section. I'm saying that I'm reading the comment section.
Your comments too, but remember me a touring up. Remember I am on a Maggie congratulations touring. So people in the comment sections talking, now in getting chance, now is the opportunity for people to see that he's not good. Oh my God, come on, man. Have positive tongue, people. I am saying, no is the youth chance in bus now, and no Maggie bus. The youth did say he was going to give up on football. Look at God now. At 25, in bus. Maggie bus now, man. I'm glad for the youth. I don't know him, by the way. I don't know him. I've never seen him. I've never seen Maggie play a game, whether schoolboy, football, or otherwise. But I just believe in the young man talent. Leave it there, someone is man.
All right.
Leave it there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That was Flavor Max. He said that he's a pastor in Maggie's church. Understand me? Big up Fresh God, Fresh God, in another country right now, and a different, different place. Big up yourself, Fresh God. Yeah. Thanks to Dwight as well. That is the first super sticker for the day. Dwight Spence, Bellier man as well. He's calling in right now. Dwight, welcome to the show. I know you have your point to make, but before you make your point, right? So my question to you: the last window, we noticed that Canaya Boys Clark, he went back to his club after the first game, and then he was installed in the club game. All right, for this window, he's not in the squad. All right. What are your take on the goalkeeping option? And then you can go ahead and make your point.
The goalkeeping options was a very wise decision. I truly think our third string goalkeeper should be somebody. It shouldn't even be a local player. But that in Canary Boys Clark, he needs minutes. And we can always fly in a emergency third string goalkeeper. So I don't have a player. I think that's just a logical decision based on our depth that is at that position for the goalkeeper spot.
Okay. All right. Go ahead now, and you can go ahead with your point and based on the squad that has been selected by the coach. Okay.
Good squad. I do like the explanations for people not being there and people being in the selection. The Mason Holgate standby. I think he should bring another 2-3 players standby. When I say bring, I think those should be either players that are within a 3-4 hour flight. Standby. Tell these players and say, listen.
Like who? Like who though?
I wish Javane Brown was playing more at Real Salt Lake, but I know he's not getting enough minutes. I'm trying to think of somebody that's
but do it. But do it. What I'm saying that you come on the program and you said the coach should have some 2-3 players on standby, and you don't know any.
All right. Okay. I will. No, hold on. I will give my 3. No, I'll give you 3. Adrian Reed Jr.
But he explained Adrian Reed Jr. because Adrian Reed.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because Adrian Reed Jr. was in the last squad, and he spoke about that bringing in a young player. So obviously he would have a reason, possibly to not. You understand me? But it's not like Adrian Reed is a player that he's not familiar with. So he could have named him.
Correct.
But he didn't. All right, but go ahead, let me hear.
Next standby player, Shanil Thomas out of Mobay United. Shanil Thomas. I think he brings something to the game. I think he's had a good amount of international club experience that he would be valuable as a standby player. Right, that's number 2. And you see me post it. You see me say Javan East. I think if I'm not correct, Sam Prisa just played against Antigua in Guatemala, and I think he played against Real Estelí from Nicaragua in the group games. It is a less than a 90-minute flight from San Jose, Costa Rica to Nicaragua. Javan East knows these players. Now, Javan East is not a out-and-out number 9. He is a supplier, and he is a good supply man.
Okay.
He plays on turf regularly. Sam Prisa has turf. Alawensi has turf. And Real Estelí also plays on turf. Knows the surfaces. Right? That is the sort of player you call and say, listen, the plane are going to land at this time. We'll be at the hotel. We'll land, and he can give you some internal knowledge on that Nicaragua leg. Whether you use him for the second leg in Honduras, that would be a decision.
So your 3 player that you would have is Javan East, Shanil Thomas, and Adrian Reed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
I couldn't say that the defenders. Let me look here. Good. The defenders. Can you give me some information on John Bell? I want to make sure I have the right player, and if he's the accurate player that I'm thinking.
He was at St. Louis. No, he's at Seattle. He played. He played.
Right.
He played in the Copa. He made his debut in the Copa against Moise Caicedo's team. What's the name again? Oh, jeez. Ecuador.
Ecuador. I was looking because I didn't want. There's a Jonathan Bell and there's a John Bell, so I figured it was this one.
It's the same. It's the same person.
Okay, Jonathan Bell and John Bell is the same person.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
His actual name is Jonathan Bell.
Okay. All right. So no, we're on the same page. My question though, and I last checked maybe about 3 weeks ago, he didn't have a lot of minutes under his legs for this season.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there an ex left back though? Because that is the issue. Which other left back would you select?
Let's see, left back. Let me check. England or MLS? No, not really. You know, can't really think of one off the top of my head, brother.
So that
I
is
really
it.
don't know.
So
yeah,
maybe he's selected as a left back because at this time Amari is injured. So who is the other realistic option in that position that is available?
Dexter can play on both sides, right? So we know that.
Yeah, but if you know, the coach said that Dexter is having some fitness issue. He had some toe issue in the last camp, and the coach did mention that. So he brought in a cover with Tavon Gray. So you figure that you know, he may not want to put Dexter over there. I don't know. But that is it. When you look at it, really, the options are very slim based on people who are available and have documentation. I think if Mason Holgate comes, Mason Holgate is someone that can play right back.
What's the story with Alvas Paul?
Alvas Paul,
has he not made himself available?
Is he playing regularly at Cincinnati?
He's playing more than John Bell, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know. So you would call Alvas Paul as a left back? Though he's a right back?
Oh, no. Alvas Paul is an out and out right back. He's an out and out right back.
Yeah,
he's an out and out right back.
So you see, you don't even have options, which is possibly the problem.
Come again?
You don't even have options.
Yeah. Because may I think about the JPL and may I think say even
Listen,
JPL, may I think USSL. What's the
only left back I see in the JPL at this time that could even be looked at, and I don't think he's close to being ready, is for the national team at this level, is a youth named Philando Wing. And I like because of his technical ability, but I don't think he's even a left back. He's more like a a left wing back or a winger or a midfielder. Yeah.
What position does I think
Emilio Russo is a left back,
Yeah.
but he's not even playing left back. Sometimes there are games when he doesn't start for Portmore. So like this is it. The options locally are very limited. That is the truth. Gadiel Irwin didn't cover himself in glory for Mount Pleasant last night either.
And then
so there is really and truly there is no. You have Lamont Rochester.
Okay. What about we forget this. At the left. Okay, so I'll admit at the left back position we don't have that many options, right? I agree with that one. What about and I mentioned to Simon this? What the youth that has scored goals USSL? Trust me, he's not in the team if Antonio Boza and Liana fit, right? But play for Las Vegas Lights. So why me? Las Vegas Lights. He's a striker. I think he already has about 10 goals for the season.
Bennett?
No, not Malik Cowell. Yeah, Corey Bennett.
Corey Bennett. But you already said that you'd call Javan East. So why would you call Corey Bennett?
Do I for the squad good? All right, we stop at Jamal East. I'm cut that. So management, the last thing we have to deal with you. Stop disrespect my Belair, you know.
All right, boss. Big up yourself, man. Belair doing well this season.
Everything you said is true, but stop disrespect my Belair.
All right, cool, boss. I will stop. Right. Big up yourself. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, bud. All right, then. Cool. All right, so that was Dwight. So again, the goalkeepers, Kanaya Boyce Clark, notable absentee. You have in the defense, you have right backs, you have Dexter, Lembikis and Tavon Gray. We have CC Carlin, centre backs, Damian Lowe, Ethan Pinnock, King, Bernard, left back Greg Lee, John Bell. Yeah. All right. CC, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, management, when I look at the team, to be honest, as I said, I'm okay with the squad that's selected based on even the utterances of the coach with Shamar Nicholson. I think that is a mature decision, and you can see when players have grown and understand that they want to come and be 100%. So for him to say like the coach says he wants to take a little time, but even the coach acknowledging that he wants Shamar to be a part of the squad, I think that in and of itself is a mature decision. And I think he recently started playing again, as the coach suggested, because I saw him in a couple of games. So he started playing again. And even when he came on for Jamaica, he looked a bit sluggish. You rather not try to hold up a space if you think you're not 100%, rather than come in and you can't give all of what you would want to give. But question, management, what happened to Kemar Lawrence? He just retired from Jamaica national team?
Kemar Lawrence not playing any football. Last time I checked, Kemar Lawrence was in Jamaica. Not playing any football.
He wasn't playing in the Romanian league.
Couple of weeks ago, Kemar Lawrence was in Jamaica.
No, not to be selected now when at the team, I'm just ask if he stop playing football.
Playing football.
Because I know he was at a club in the Romanian league, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, see, but you can't bring up you can't bring up somebody you're not even see playing football, boss, for being at the squad, CC.
No, I never said for being at. Well, I'm on it, man. Did I say to you, Kemar Lawrence, to be in the squad now?
No, you put up Kemar Lawrence in the comment section. Why were you putting in his name in the comment section? Then? Just ask it.
No, I was asking if there's any information on Kemar Lawrence because I saw him in a squad in a team for Romania.
Oh, no, man. Here's what I am asking you. So when you put his name in the comment section, you were asking you put his name by itself to find out if what? If he's retired. You're asking a question.
I was asking a question, but me
Okay.
never get finished. Me never get finished type. And his name just come off, so I never bother delete it, me just call. I never finish type.
Okay.
But for me, when I look at the team, I think this is the reason why I always take it. Like to me, the depth at the wing back positions are pretty limited in the sense of, if you say like you just mentioned it, even at left back, would have thought that the guy when named Ricardo Thomas was a left back, right? But
Yes.
he never. I don't think he had covered himself in glory when he got the opportunity, and I don't see he has not come back to a level where we can even consider him. So for me, when I look at the squad, I'm okay with a lot of the selections, because I think, for example, like a Norman Campbell is playing, he's performing for his club team prior to when he came last time, and he's continued that run of form. Ronaldo Cephas, as the coach has suggested, I saw him playing again as well. What the major not inclusion I was thinking about is Daniel Johnson, as in if there was an opportunity for Daniel Johnson, but I guess at this point in time no. But
When last time you watched Daniel Johnson, because he also moved from England as well.
I watched him in a game. I watched him in a game against Ronaldo Cephas too.
Okay, so he
scored in that game.
He started and playing well.
Scored in that game as well. Yeah, he started and played well, because he has scored in that game. Cephas scored in that game, but I don't think he has. So he's playing in the same 32nd division. But I think Tyreek Magee over the past weeks is one. Tyreek Magee and Crystal J. who is not in the squad now. Those are two players that I've watched a majority of their games. I think I watched 90% of the games that Magee plays, or I've played since in the USL. And when I was looking at it, management, I thought
so you
that
think he deserves a call?
Yeah, man, I think he deserves an opportunity back in the team based on the fact that he's holding down his spot in his team in the USL right now. And they are one of the, I think they're up there in terms of their performances in the USL right now. And he's starting the games, and he's playing a bulk of the minutes. I think, and when I look at a lot of the plays, he's in as a matter of fact, the last game that he played, it was actually the player of the match, and he just played like 79 minutes. He was the most highly rated player by several different, like sofa score, flash score, and a couple other things. And in the game, he was looking to get forward, and I see where his spatial awareness has improved in terms of his ability to intercept, scan the midfield area, and even I see him tracking back a bit. I think his work rate has improved, and is a player that I think can contribute at this point in time. It's just for him now to take this opportunity and elevate himself further. I think it's a good selection. Romario Williams. Go ahead.
No man, go ahead. Romario Williams. Yeah, you're saying
yeah. So Romario Williams now, with the withdrawal of Jamal, based on what the coach said, with the withdrawal of Jamal Nicholson, based on them trying to get their fitness and thing, and I think Romario Williams, with his playing ability, I think his style of play complements Mikel Antonio. In terms of, I don't think he has to be the central number 9, where Mikel can play the number 9, and I think he can play second striker, playing half of Mikel Antonio. So I think, with that being said, his inclusion in the team over like a Javan East, I can understand it, because I think Javan East is more of a number 9 in and of itself. But I think Romario adds a little bit more in his game versus a Javan East. So I can. That selection,
but does Dwight have a point in saying that Javan East, because he plays on artificial surfaces so often, he would probably be better suited for a game in Nicaragua? Yeah, Dwight was saying that.
But management, I think Romario Williams plays another artificial surfaces, because if I'm not mistaken, that's what they use in a lot of these USL championship games. I think the surface is an artificial surface a lot of the time, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he's used to playing on artificial surfaces as well.
Okay. I don't know about that, but yeah.
So in as I said, still in this time, when I look at the players, I don't think they're like outside of that. They would have been heritage players that I don't think would have acquired documents as yet to actually represent Jamaica. So I don't think those players could be considered as left out or anything. So with that being respect, I think this team that this coach have selected is the best available possible team at this point in time, given the suggestion, given the comments that he made.
Yeah. All right. Two things. One, let me just answer. Rob Smith is asking about Junior Fleming. Rob, call in and talk to me. Is he playing? How is he doing? Right? Don't just put up a name and thing, but tell the people why you think he deserves to be called up to this particular squad.
I think you look at Junior Fleming is playing I think he plays in the Saudi UAE Pro League. He's playing and he did well. I think even last season he scored 6 goals in 7 games in the relegation round for his team to keep them up in the league. And he continued that run of form because I think he has 3 goals in the last 4 games that he's played for the league in the league. He's played 6 games this season, 2 in the cup, 4 in the league. He scored 3 goals, so he's on a run of form in the league, and he's playing pretty well. I think in the last game that he was when they were fighting for relegation, he was basically the man because I think as I said, he scored 6 goals in his 7 appearances, and they played 8 games. So he continued over that run of form into this season. So if we should look at it, I think being on the run of form that he's on, and I think you know that look at say for example then Kaim Dixon getting into the under 21 in Charlton, but I don't think he's been on the bench for the senior the team.
Yeah,
I can understand what the coach is saying, but I think if I would take somebody out, I would take out a Dixon for this window and bring in a Junior Flemings to see what Junior Flemings could offer, given the run of form that he is currently on, and that Kaim is not actually playing minutes for his club now. I can understand the direction the coach is going into. Kaim is younger, he's 20 years old today.
There's a sentiment though, like it seemed like we like at what point do we go is there any player at any point that you just go past them? Because it would appear that like almost every window there is this notion, a discussion around. Like, you see like Kemar Lawrence name coming up. You're probably going to see, and these are people, it seems like people serious. Like, call back the Flemings, call back the Kemar Lawrence, call back the Alvas Powell, call back Mariappa. So at what point does the team move away from some of those names and players?
All right.
Call back Speedy. You understand me? People say call back John Russell, call back Jamal Lowe, call back Ravel, is there any point at all where people like the coaching, the system move away from any player, or every player must at some point be called back and given a chance every time there is a new coach? So every player must get a game, every player must be called back so every player can be seen. Right? Is that what we get into? Sir. So do we call back?
No,
yeah?
No, man. I believe that what happens is this, right? To me, you have a core set of players that are going to be like a core set of players. Now, I don't want to say guaranteed a spot in the team because nobody's guaranteed a spot in the national team. However, there's a core set of players that have maintained a level at the professional level in terms of like the Andre Blakes, the Ethan Pinnock, the Damian. There's a set of players that have played a number of games for Jamaica and have maintained a certain level. When you have other players that have probably been what they call them yo-yo players, they have been in and out of the squad, and a run of form, drop out of the squad probably first because they are not been on a run of form. I think when you reach older, when you're going like your 30s, and you have dropped down a certain level in certain leagues, I think you can move on from those players.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you're a player that is 32, 33, and you're in the Jamaica Premier League, I believe as if, say, for example, you were in MLS and you played USL, you played MLS, and you reached 33 now in the JPL, unless you're doing something that is extraordinary, I think we move on from you because
Yeah, well, you may be seeing before the season end. You may be seeing Speedy in the JPL, and you may be seeing Speedy and Taxi in the JPL.
Yes, and I'm saying for those players, I think in order for them make a move to the team, they would have to come out of the JPL. The player that if I was to select a player from the JPL, it would be a young, fresh player, 18, 19, that is exceptional in the league and is looking to move his career forward into going into higher leagues. But a player that is on the back end of his career, getting back into the JPL, I'm pretty much leaving him there to get back form. If it is that he shows us something that is extraordinary, maybe based on form of other players, he might get back in, but it's not. It's 90% door closed for that type of player. Whilst the door is open for an 18, 19, 20-year-old that is an exciting young player looking to move his career further forward. So I think at that point in time, management, you have to move on from a player when he reaches, like I said, taxi them and reach 32, dropping back, coming back down to the Jamaica Premier League. I think you move on from those type of players for the time being, unless they have showed you something exceptional where they get an opportunity to go back overseas in a higher league and they are performing. But outside of that, I think you move on from them in the interim and you look at the players that are 18, 19, 20, 21 in those type of settings. So that's just my opinion in terms of if you're looking at a cutoff window, because as I said, no player is guaranteed a position in the national team. Your position is based on your performance, your fitness, your physical fitness level, your performance, and your mental fortitude, the ability to want to come out and give 100%, which is like your psychological, technical, tactical, all of those things wrapped up into one when the coach is looking at it and making an assessment and saying, all right, this is what we are going to be working with.
So who do you call Ravel?
No, I would not. Like for me, I wouldn't necessarily call Ravel at this time. Ravel would have to go. He would have to play good in that league and get himself into the pro league in that country. For me personally, to say, never look at
but
Ravel.
Isn't Fleming playing in that same country too?
Yeah, but Fleming is playing in the pro league.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Fleming is like 28, Ravel is 31. And plus Fleming was playing that season before. Ravel hasn't been playing for probably a year now.
Okay, so, I'm just asking question to get some context to the thing. All right? Yeah, man. All right. Good point, CC. Thanks for the call. Man. All right. So people, all right. So is the database loss management? Please answer. Like, I need context. The data, obviously the coach of the database. So what are you saying from this question, Dean Fraser? Like the coach is not using the database? I don't know. Let me know what you mean if the database is right. Yeah, let me know. Big up, Lulu. Again, listen, people, it's Super Friday, right? So thanks for the super stick and the super chat. Christopher says, this just shows us that we need a wider pool of quality players. Too much players are at the same level. I think that is what that one is saying. Big up yourself. All right, do it. Remember, you can call in and ask a question. All right. Let me ask a genuine question. And I'm being objective. Atkinson from Cavaliers versus Kaheem. Who has done more in the JPL? Again, not against Kaheem, just want to get some feedback. Well, Kaheem has not played in the JPL as long as Atkinson. But Kaheem's first year in the JPL compared to Busy's first year in the JPL, I think Kaheem, you could say, outdid him. But Kaheem did not play long in the JPL. So if you go by that, you would say Atkinson did well. But wouldn't that be unfair to Kaheem Dixon because he didn't stay in the JPL long? Right? the coach doesn't sound like he has of course the coach has a database, but at the same time, if you have the database and you look, remember the database of names, the coach should have seen the players in England, you know, and seen the youth players and the young players. And I think sometimes, and this is just where I am at, right? The coach is speaking about, he keep on talking about 2026, which is saying that is the main objective. Then he said the JFF needs to develop these players. And the coach also speak about just going ahead and looking at younger players and getting the best players and having people all around the world looking for Jamaican talent. And so I think sometimes we don't take the full conversation. We don't take the full conversation. So I think there will be opportunities for other players because the coach talked about one of the reasons. He said that in the press conference about taking what you know, why he took the Jamaican job or held on to the Jamaican position from years ago about the coaching and all of that. And it's because he sees the talent. But at the same time, he's in a position where right now he needs to produce results. He talks about the ranking and going into the Gold Cup and the World Cup qualifiers, getting favorable draws. So I think in his head he's thinking, all right, if I can get this and get in a good position, then I can look at other players. But the first objective has to be getting in the players that he believes can get him the victory. I think that is it. All right, I have to pause right now and say big thank you to Lulu for the super sticker. Big up yourself. You understand me? Appreciate it. One big hand clap for the wife as well. You understand me? Hand clap for Rob. You know, good supporters and members of the channel. And 50 for Rob. Bless up yourself as well. Big up to you all. Yeah, man. Remember, you can also call in people and give your feedback. All right. And yeah, Kyle Dixon will probably struggle to get into the Charlton team, but that's a more difficult team to get into than the Cavaliers team. So sometimes we have to be careful that with the comparisons that we're making. You know, I would want to believe that Kyle Dixon, in the position that he is exposed to, all right, exposed to a higher level of football than Busy is right now, which means that it is possible that Kyle Dixon could be growing and maturing in his game even more than Busy. For example, yeah, all right. For example, I looked at the Premier League, the Mount Pleasant game last night, and I am telling you, the JPL players, yeah, coaching is an issue, but some of these players, they need Jesus here, man. Let me leave it at that. Them need. There's a Nicholson, bless up. He said, Joel Nicholson played in Florida. He was called for the U17 7 years ago. Someone needs to look at him. In Florida, Florida is a big place, you know. Where in Florida is he playing? What league? Is he playing USL? What is he playing in Florida? Talk to us there. There's a Nicholson. Joel Nicholson, what you playing? Talk to us. Eagle Republic says, Lovell's, he's responding to Lovell Network. He says, I'd rather select a younger player in Junior Fleming, age 27 over Romario Williams 30 or Javanese 29. All offensive player. Okay. All right. USL Colorado. Coral Springs. USL. USL 1 or USL Championship? Coral Spring. All right. Check him out. 24 now. Joel Nicholson, 24. Check him out, people. Jason Gona, tell me about that one then, huh? So you think Joel Nicholson is ready for the national team right now? You're not getting through? Demo, what go on? Oh. Darwin Nunes, welcome to the show. Hold on there. I just had people big call. Darwin Nunes. Bam. Big up yourself. Big show. Darwin Nunes, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss. Big up everybody in the comment section. I don't know why you're still on this Nunes thing, boss, but I think I've been proven right. But anyway, you hear me good? Or may I have to put it out of speaker?
I don't know if the people hearing you, but I am hearing you. People, you hearing Demo? Good?
Yeah, you know, I'll move forward this one now. Yeah. But quickly, I just want to big up Mason Holgate. I mean, I don't rate him. Obviously, he's an Everton man. All right, so I'm gonna come off it.
Yeah, hear me now?
Jeez and Pete, yo, the thing clear. Yo, it's like you get a new phone, Demo. Me not tell no lie.
No, man, I the speaker thing. But me can't keep the phone on my ears because I'm there my desk. So that's why I'm trying normally go up on speaker and see if I call quick.
Say now them Bluetooth thing that Demo.
No, boss,
earpods and them thing there.
I can't have Bluetooth in my ears on my desk, but I just do it quick, man.
All right.
I'm not plan to stay. So I just have a comment and then a question. So I just want to big up Mason Holgate. Obviously, he's an Everton man. I'm really not rate him because he have a bust up with Joe Gomez back in the day for Everton. I mean, I guess now he come to Jamaica, I have to forgive him and all of these things. But he's had his run-ins with Liverpool over the years. I don't think that he's a big player, but coming into the Jamaican context, I think that he can help us moving forward. A solid defender who can play right back sometimes. And any depth we have, I mean, it works. So, I welcome him. Zine, and the question is, man, I listened to the press conference, and, somebody asked about the mixture of youth and experience. And so, like, I don't understand, like, what is the deal with Brandon Covers and the Splats and the guy when he come watch the game at the stadium, when him Casanova and these guys as youth coming up? Because I think Covers scored the other day for the youth team, I think it was. So I don't know what's that going forward for these guys.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I always like Splat, Tyler Roberts, Cover, Casanova. All of these guys have Jamaican documentation. Wondering. I mean, they haven't played for the senior team. So I don't know. Somebody said that.
So just ask what's
so Jairus and Mother Sill.
So when I see them guys, the people who I know, especially Cover, because I know the same thing done. He obviously play for Jamaica the other day, and I must say when I see the man playing at the youth team for Jamaica, like obviously it's a lower level, but the man look like a little Jamaican Zidane the way I see the man playing at the game, right? I may say, like, if we try to mix it with youth and experience, like, I think by now, people like Cover would have been around the team, at least, the senior team. Tyler Roberts as well, and these kind of people. So I hear them ask the coach, and him say, I have to try to find the mixture. But, I mean, for a minute now, I'm not seeing them guys in the senior team at all. You get me? So I just ask you if you have no,
No, that the truth is, I tried. Well, it is wise to stay out of those things as a manager of the team. You understand me? You have to separate the function, and then I am not allowed to be engaged in those discussions. That's like what they call separate the technical from the administrative. So it's not like my opinion is sought. All right. But I think like. Yeah, like I have from and this is from Hal Grimson's time. I've always wondered, what about that group of guys right there? You just call a name, even Badley Morgan. That set of under 20 players. So I don't know. I don't know, but I am suspecting that the coach have seen them. Or the coach is looking at them, or is he just trying to secure? I'm wondering. I'm also wondering: is the coach trying to secure like know that we're gonna be in it now and then bring in some others to look at. You know, could it be that I want to use the proven players, get the result, and then once I've gotten the result and secured, then I can go and look at some other players, because you notice there's actually, since he has come on, there's not a player that you can say this one has never been called up to the senior team. Casanova would be called up for the senior team for the first time for a game. Same thing with Cover. So there will be new call-ups to a senior game. So I am just thinking maybe the coach is sticking with what is there, because this is just the second window until he has secured qualification to the and then he can find a way of probably taking more time to look at which players to come in. I don't know.
I guess that's fair. I guess we can, you know, it's just that many people like, you know, me just work with your experience.
Yeah, because really and truly, Demo, this is not like 1 year, no, or even 6 months. This is like the coach's third and fourth game. He has not had a friendly. So it is, just imagine now, you're just coming to get the players 2 days, some 1 day.
All right, wait, man, it's my mega listen.
All right, cool. Right, yeah.
Listen.
Corey Burke, Kemar Roof, Corey Burke, yeah. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I feel it for Kemar Roof. Every time Kemar Roof suit up for Jamaica, he have some injury problem, boss. That is part of the thing. That is part of the thing. You understand me? Maran only see local born players. All right. This one says, how the callers them only cry for overseas players and not promising young players in the JPL. I see a group of busy, the youth from Mount Pleasant and the centre back from Portmore, who is left back. I don't know, boy. I don't know. Like so far, I have not seen a very impressive player in the JPL to say, boy, yeah, man. I have not so far. So far. There you go. Kemar Roof is between clubs. He left the Rangers. So far, and it's early season in the JPL, but I don't see a player like I'd say, yeah, no, man, seriously. Yeah, Devontae Campbell. I think Mount Pleasant have to challenge Devontae Campbell to stop walk on defense. Anytime Devontae Campbell fix that and concentrate, this kid he was the most dangerous player for Mount Pleasant going forward. But when it comes down to his defensive work, in play like Suar, Alexis Sanchez, that's him probably number 7. In sprinter fast, like him go bust a tackle, and as soon as the player get close to a defender, he start walk. Anytime he fixes that, this player is going to be a good one. He has to work defensively. He doesn't tackle, and him don't run all the way back in spaces. Him don't fight for possession when his team is out of possession. But when he gets the ball, he's very good. Very good. So that is, and I am a Mount Pleasant fan. Boss. You understand me? So yeah, but people, I mean, let me just say this, because I see people like saying, like, even Wes. Remember Wes, the truth is, if you go back to that game in the Copa that Jamaica played, when Wes started and Bell started, it was their first. Bell, they struggled. Everybody admitted that they struggled. Now let's hope that Bell gets a chance. He can come in, but he struggled. If you remember that game, even in Jamaica's own half of the 18, they actually allowed the Axe Eastside to take the show, because I don't know, he was probably petrified by the moment and stuff. So let's hope that he has grown and gotten better, and he will step up for this particular game. But I think, given what we have seen so far from the team, the starting 11, is there with the exception of Bell. I think Amari Bell is underrated in terms of his defensive play. He's a very solid defender. And yeah, I think he is going to be missed in this game because it gives that defensive stability that allows the rest of the players to go forward. And I'm telling you, go back and watch the game. Go back and watch the game, Jason Guna. They actually said no. The players were saying no. Like, I'm telling you, go back and watch the game. I kid you not. I was there, right? Let me say this, right? With just to encourage Devontae Campbell. Devontae, if anybody listening, let him say this. He's a young player that very respectful, hardworking, and you have heard this from almost every coach, including Hal Grimson. That you'll turn off from football. You turn off from football when you're defending. You turn off from football when it comes down to defending. Any day you get that right, you're going to be a better player. I listened to Bukayo Saka talking to Thierry Henry and Gallagher, Jamie Carragher, I think his name is. That's his name. Forgot his name, but also was there is Micah Richards. And he says that he speaks about how he has to run back defensively because Arsenal defend as a team. You don't produce going forward as Saka produce going forward for Arsenal, but yet he still defend. Luis Enrique, the coach at PSG, said that one of the issues he had with Mbappe is his defense. Mbappe produces a whole lot, but Luis Enrique expected him to come back on defense, boss. My point is, unless you fix that, boss, it's going to be hard for you to get into the senior team or into a bigger, better club. You have to work on that. No, all right? So let me just leave it there. Jason Goon, I am telling you, watch the game again. We were there. It wasn't like a long throw. Ethan just threw it back or threw it to him. Threw it to him. Because I'm telling you, maybe the moment, because he struggled in the game, and I think it was because it is his first game and all of that. But he did struggle to fall the throw, wasn't sure what to do, and that is it. So both of our wingbacks in that game in the Copa never really did well. All right? And so, but they did get a chance. And, we must not sound like the players didn't get a chance. But Jairus, the comments I'm gonna go fast, boss. So let me know which one of the comments. Just Jairus, just put by the comment now, man. If you understand me, and then I'll respond. Man, I need to have a talk with Campbell because I have someone who is very interested, but the defensive side, he has come. Many people interested in him. Many people in Europe, and it's because they saw and he know. That's what I'm saying. That Mount Pleasant must sit down and talk to him and challenge him because people are looking at him. The man is very good going forward. He can use both feet. He's still young. 19, 20, young U20. Still young. Have several years in the Premier League. Oh, okay. All right. Who is my starting 11? People, Super Friday now. Come on, man. Come on. Hit up the like button, Hit up the like button. Please, hit the like button. Thank you so much. All right, there we go. Yeah, man. That's enough to do a long time, man. Video there 82 likes long time. Video for there 100 likes. Super Friday, people. Super Friday. All right. Where the super sticker? Hold on there. Only where the rest of the super sticker and the super chat? Wanna behave in yourself, man. Wanna behave like this? Long do a super sticker or a super chat. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Thank you. That may I tell you, man. Thank you so much. Duckland. Send some of the Florida super sticker up on the channel, the Duckland. Hey, people, anytime you see Brain Drain, hail him up for me. I haven't seen or heard from Brain Drain in the longest while. I don't know. Hope he's in the best of health. Brain Drain. People, anywhere you see Brain Drain, anywhere you know him, tell him that management checking for him. I haven't seen or heard from Brain Drain in a while, boss. All right. I'm saying Ian Frey is playing regularly with Messi, Alaba, and Suarez. Are we going to wait until the US shows interest in him? Yeah. I've heard people asking about this player. And listen, I've heard Meran guard, although I don't like Meran. Meran is always advocating for this player, you know. Meran always think that this player from long time, always. So don't beat Meran still. And this one, I'll give Meran Gardner some credit because he's always thinking that this player needs to be in the team. So I would not be surprised if the next time Jamaica has a squad that he's included in it. He's on the radar. I think there was a time when they called him, but because he was just coming from his injury and getting back into Inter Miami team, he opted out. And I think sometimes when that happened, when a coach call you, I think Coach Hal Grimson called him. When Coach Hal Grimson originally called him, it was like not long after he had come back from his injury. And then he wanted to take some time to get back to fitness to get into the team. So after that, he did not get called for the next window. And then a new coach come in. All right? So maybe if he had taken up that call, he would have been in the team. But I still believe that even Damian Lowe, who played in Miami when he was there, knows him. So I think he's going to be around. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So Tavon Gray, for example, has improved, you know. People don't know this, you know. But Tavon Gray actually captained the USA U17 team at the World Cup. You know? All right. And he's a young player. And he is now I think the number 2. The number 2 right back in the league. So lots of improvement. Lots of improvement. Hey. No, but what I'm saying though, Jason Guna, I don't think he would have played. I don't think he would have played, you know, because he had Dexter, and I think we had Tavon in the team. So I don't think, and I think it was when we were at the it's the Nations League semifinals. I don't think he would have played. All I'm saying is that I'm just saying, this is my opinion. Maybe if he had taken the call that time, right, then by the time Hal Grimson was supposed to leave, he would have been a part of the team. That's all I'm saying, right? So, but I do believe that going ahead, he will be, you understand me, he will be a part of the setup. Good player, right? El Granny Europe, blessings every time. One more, see there, people, one more, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir, for the super sticker. We only have 5 more to go, people. So who are the next 5 persons? See there, this is it. So we have 5 to go. All right. Yeah. So appreciate that. All right. Remember, you can call in, people. You can call in and give your thoughts and your feedback and your comments. Right. So that is the defenders, the goalkeepers, the midfielders. Like, we continue to look short in the midfield. And I know people saying that we want a number 6, but let us be fair to Lati Bodier, KC Palmer. Both of them really played well in the last couple of games, right? And it's basically like people want to see KC get dropped. Like KC was one of the standout players, like especially in the game against Cuba. People were saying that, where was all of this? Lati Bodier also played very well in that game. Very, very well in midfield. Now, ideally, you want a true number 6, but the players did play well. So you understand me? Who do we have here? Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Jason Hall.
Moniker Jason Guna, but yes, Jason Hall is the correct.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to call because I heard you when you first said the squad and everything, and you were talking about. Can you just put some clarity on what you were saying about Holgate in terms of he has citizenship, but the passport is not through as yet?
Yeah.
So you were saying you started off by saying we shouldn't look at it like he's taking up a spot because he's 24. Then when we did the maths, it was 23.
Right.
I say it's still not a big deal because we can just have a local player in camp. If need be, we can add him to the 23. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, so you have the player for training because how these things work is this. So part of the rule is say you select the squad. Once that squad is submitted, except for injury, you cannot take the player out. But you could have more players in training. So for example, you could still have 25 players and Holgate plays in the second game. If you don't have Holgate in it and he gets his passport for the second game, you can't add him unless a player is injured.
Okay, so we could have submitted 24 names. So I had to submit 23 regardless.
Yeah, man, you have to submit 23, but you can, the coach could have named 24, 25, or 26 players. But the official submission would be 23. But you could name a squad of 26 players.
So for each match day, you have to provide 23 names.
Right.
Okay.
Or less.
Window, you are afforded 26 if you want to have it.
No, all right. So when you select this, so when you're going to submit your squad to CONCACAF, you submit your 23-member squad to CONCACAF. But the coach can name 26 players, but only 23 get submitted. Those 23 names are for game number 1 and game number 2. So if I'm not in the 23 for game number 1, if I'm not in the squad, the only way I can get added to it is if a player is injured.
Okay, so there's a scenario where we could play both of these games with 22 on the list.
Yeah. Which has happened to us on the Al Grimson a couple of times,
Yeah, I know. And I was one of the ones saying, are we putting people in the team that we know not going to be able to play? And I got some backlash for that. But I was just saying, a lot of times when we get into these second halves of games and certain areas of the pitch need changing, we kind of look back and we say, right, we really could have used another person in these areas instead of putting people that can't play.
That is true. But I will say this though. But the issue with the kind of effort that was put in, it is more likely that he will get his passport before the second game.
Okay.
Because the hardest part, the hardest part, you should know this, that the hardest part is, so once your citizenship has been approved, it's like 1, 2, 3 after that.
Yeah, it should not be long. It should not.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I think that is it. It's just like if I heard that Mason Greenwood got his citizenship, I'm going to take the risk of adding him to the squad, even if he couldn't make the first game, because I'd rather have him than for him to get the passport and I did not have him in there.
Right. Because then there's no use to us if he gets it and he's not in the squad originally. We cannot add him.
You can't add him. Sure. Yeah.
After injury
so I don't know if, because the problem because we had this once before. Oh jeez, I forgot where we were. But what happens sometimes is, so when you do this, if the player doesn't get it, you're down to 22. So if you have a next player who is injured now, you're down to 21. I think we had 2 players we had on this. It was Devante Cole and somebody else. I can't remember. So there were 2 players. that we're waiting on, and then a player got injured. And what happened is that you can't add 3 goalkeepers. So remember your squad normally have 3 goalkeepers, but you have to be over 21 to include 3 goalkeepers. Once you go below that, you can't have 3 goalkeepers. They can sit on they can sit on the bench, you know, but you can't have 3.
Got you. So in other words, in order to make up a 23, it can't be more than, if you're not over a certain number, you can only have 2 in the squad.
Yes, 2 goalkeepers in the squad. Yeah.
Okay, that's what you say.
I'm going to probably send, because the CONCACAF booklet has the rule. I probably one of these. I can send it. I can see if I can put it in PDF and send it to you.
I have the rules and regulation thing from Nations League, so I just need to look at that exactly.
Yeah. So that is the problem sometimes, because, like I said, if you register the person and they don't, I think that is easier than to not register them and the paperwork comes through. So I think with Holgate, it's almost like, all right, we're possibly going to need a right back, given Dexter, because the coach did say that he had some issue, but he's still coming. So
he's fully 100 right now, Dexter. Because I saw he got game time his first game, and then the second game he was not there. So
right,
I didn't think it would be a coach's decision, because the first game he started.
Yeah.
So I figure there must be something going on with him, injury-wise.
Oh, you're talking in the last window?
Yeah, I'm saying when he moved to the team in Switzerland, he got there, he started the first game.
But you realize that the last window, the same thing happened to Jason, that he played the entire first game. But if you watch the game, check the 70th minute of that game, his game changed completely.
No, absolutely. I mentioned as such when I was doing the post matches and stuff. I was saying one of the things that this game proved to me is the importance of match fitness, because the difference in the energy levels that Dexter could give us, it was night and day. He's a high energy player all the time, and you could tell in that Cuba game he didn't quite have the same legs. So it just goes to show the importance of these players getting into situations where they're going to get game time, because it does affect them when they come to play for Jamaica, because we're expecting a version of the player that is not possible to produce right now.
Yeah, there you go. So in that game against Cuba, I think he's a fighter, and I think they probably, if there is an error, he played without saying that he had an injury and needed to come off. So in the game against Cuba, after the 70th minute, Dexter, he looked not like Dexter because he was fighting through injury.
Yeah. I would argue it was before that. I could tell it was up from the first half, to be honest. But I mean, you'd say there was a 70 minute. I would say I could see it from in the first half that he was not 100.
Yeah. And I felt like if he came off, it would not have gotten. So that is why when we went to Honduras, he didn't play. He didn't feature any at all.
But part of the issue as well, though, Mannings, even if he had told you, I mean, we didn't have our right back to replace him in the squad.
Yeah, you'd have to put like Greg Lee at right back. Yeah. Which is what
Greg Lee played this game. So, at least that's been rectified in this window. We have Tavon there, who is on very good form, as you were saying. So, I think Tavon is a player that maybe Jamaican fans have not warmed to, because, I think what you were describing with Bell just now, with the kind of like nervousness, I think he's been guilty of that in his appearances so far. And I'm just hoping that now that, this is maybe his 4th, 5th time coming, that he can, just feel a bit more comfortable and just play his best game, because I do think there's a player in there that we have not seen for Jamaica yet.
Yeah, I feel like I'm saying to myself, this guy played in the Under-17 World Cup for a good USA team. And you understand, I just feel like there must be something. He starts for his club in MLS. He's playing well. In fact, the American players rate him. So I'm saying that when are we going to see it? Is it the system, or is it that he has not played enough games, with Jamaica?
I was about to say, I think it will be helpful playing in this new style that I see McLaren trying to put in, because I do think that a part of his game that
gets him a lot of plaudits in the US League is his ability to combine with his winger and also, provide good crosses as well. So I think that's something that we didn't really see from him with Jamaica. And maybe that was a byproduct of the system that he was always playing. So, we saw in the last window where some players that maybe fans weren't so high on, some of them started to come around because we saw a better performance. So hopefully in this new setup, we see a different version of Tavon. Because I do think that there's a player in here.
Yeah. Sir, and when you're going to interview your daughter on the platform so the people can know you have a big ball in the making, future reggae girl. We want to know if you're a good coach, because we know you doing the coaching, so we want to see her on the field, boss. So we can know.
Right, she's developing nicely. She's where she needs to be right now. So yeah, we are pleased with the progress. But I can't be a proponent of development and then force feed nobody. She needs her time. Young, she will get there. And somebody asked me the other day, do I have the passport for her as yet? I don't. But due to this passport thing, I'm not waiting either. So she will get it in due time.
Yeah, I always say that, but have them both because it doesn't hurt. You understand me? Because I don't know about you, but I tell people if my son was called by the USA to play, people think like I would say no, play for Jamaica. I don't think so. It's not an easy decision because I'd want him to play for Jamaica, but at the end of the day, it's a young child, and yeah, you have a responsibility as a parent to put them in a position that you believe this gives you the best opportunity to fulfill your potential. That's your job as a parent. You understand me? And some people may think it is not patriotic enough, but at the end of the day, I'm a parent before I'm a patriot.
Yeah, she I will not be one of those parents telling her, giving her choices, but what I will do is what I've always done, and that is have her feel a sense of pride for Jamaica like I have for the country myself. So, it's definitely in her thoughts, and whenever Jamaica is playing games, she want to know how it goes, she want to watch the match, she want to put on her jersey. So Jamaica, just keep doing the right things and keep them win, because if it's one thing I know can sway somebody, is results. So yes, do the right.
Imagine them sound like a sellout. Lord have mercy. Sir, I'm a parent first. Of course, I want my kids to represent Jamaica, but I'm a parent first. Before I'm a patriot, I'm a parent first.
Well, anybody saying that you sell out if you get their own decision, I want to know if them tell them kids where they must study school and all those things, If they're not doing that, then they're energy with this.
I don't. You know what? It would be interesting to see what they do with their kids.
That's what.
All right. But what do you think about the squad overall? I mean, I know you hear people talking about the forward line. That I think Dwight made a good point. I don't know if you agree with it. That maybe because Javan is playing so much artificial surfaces, and plays against teams from Nicaragua. Maybe he should have been looked at because it's really Mikel Antonio is the only true center forward in the team, and you're playing on turf, and you kind of figure that you're not going to play him all 90 minutes because of the turf, yeah?
Yeah. Look, I do think that when you look at a certain areas on the pitch, I think the midfield and the center forward role is a bit light. I heard you mention that perhaps he has a mind to use some of those wide players as central players, the likes of us who we've seen before play that role, the likes of Kahim Dixon, maybe not as a lone striker, but he maybe could be a supporting striker in a system. But I would agree with Dwight that I was a bit surprised. I more thing.
Yeah,
but
I was surprised.
I just figure with Shamar finally getting actually a game, scoring a goal in the cup. We have picked Shamar before when he wasn't doing anything.
Oh, Shamar. Oh, yeah. I kind of knew about Shamar. Listen, like the last camp, he was really, to be honest, he really felt like he's playing below his potential, and it is his job to fix it. That's how he kind of never communicated it that way. All right. He was, he kind of felt like, and because he heard some of this stuff online and he said, the people are right. I am not playing to my true potential. And
to me, he just looked a bit lethargic and
Yeah.
slow, sharp. I mean, it's good that he can, self-analyze and come to that conclusion. But I was just surprised that now that it looks like he might be heading towards somewhat what we know Shamar can be, I thought maybe this could have been a kickstart for him to come this window. But, he knows his body better than I would, so I can't beat him for that. But at the same time, I was a little bit surprised that they went back for Romario at this time. He's playing consistently, so I'll give him that. He starts almost every game for his new club, Indy. But he hasn't really been so prolific as he has been in years past and seasons past. So I was a bit surprised by his selection. I thought that Javan East, while he's not maybe as prolific as he has been in seasons past either, I just feel like when you bring in the fact that he would maybe have a bit more familiarity with the conditions in Central America and things of that nature, I thought that maybe he would have been a shout, especially if, as you said, the coach isn't really bringing in people that haven't been with the team before. Javan East would also check that box, and I think he checks that box of the opposition we're playing. I think he might be more familiar with the conditions, the style of play of the other teams. So, I would have probably went for Javan East instead of Romario personally, but I always think that Romario, when called upon, does a good job as well. So I want to put that in there as well.
Okay. But outside of that, you think it's good, you're satisfied with the defenders?
The defense, not much surprise. I figured when Amari dropped out, John Bell would have been the next up in terms of what we've seen from that position previously, and I thought that Tavan pretty much forced his way back into the team with his play in the MLS currently. I would have liked to have seen them try to go back for Ian Frey because of the versatility. I think Frey can give us something similar to what Lati Bodir gives us in terms of multiple positions can be filled by. So I would have liked to have seen him in the mix. I think he makes a little bit more sense than Maggie in the midfield, just based on what we need right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the team, there's the only thing that I think was surprising was the inclusion of the two USL players, Maggie and Williams. And I was a little bit more surprised by the inclusion of Maggie than I was Williams, because I think Williams has kind of proven when he has been called that he can give us something out there. So
some people have been saying that Corey Burke has produced more than Williams for Jamaica. Why not Corey Burke? And Corey Burke has been playing for New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, look, again, my choice would have been East. So if anyone else, someone else get it. But I think when you factor in, if Corey Burke is fully fit again, but Jamaica fans stay management. We are we like to find the scapegoat, and in that Nations League competition, Corey Burke. And I think people just have PTSD. The same reason why, no matter how consistent Flemings look like he's playing ever since his end of season last year and into this new season, whenever his name comes up, people just, no, not Fleming. So they're just
that is true enough. It's same thing with Albus Powell too. Yeah,
Albus as well. He ended the season last season decent. People were upset with Gray's output, but when you say, okay, we can call Albus, them say, no, but pick Gray again.
My thing though, Jason, is this. I feel like, is there a point when, and I asked this question earlier, when you go past certain players, like I say, you know what, man, like, even if they're performing, we're not looking in that direction. Is there a time for that in football? Like, I feel like Arsenal is that kind of club. Like, you reach a certain age, Pep is not going to call you, no matter how much goals you're scoring, no matter what you're doing, you don't fit the profile because of your age, you're not going to be called. Arteta is not going to buy like a 32-year-old player right now. You're trying it hard to believe. So is there a point in the Jamaica team when a coach can say, listen, like, that horse has gone through the gate. We're just not going there. Or as long as players are playing well, they should be given a chance to come back into the fray. How do you manage that?
So for me, right, I feel like with the makeup and composition of our teams and how we build our team, I don't think we can really use the model of like a Pep or Arteta because, you know, we just shouldn't. You know what I mean? I feel like if the players are performing at a level that's good enough, you know, there's some consistency in it. I don't think we should really look at, you know, what they did 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, or whether they can help us in 2030. I feel like we should look at each window in its, you know, in its own context, in its own separate context. So the fact that I'm saying, you know, I'm surprised East wasn't there. If in a month's time I do some more analysis and I see that boy is falling off a cliff, he's not starting for Saprissa anymore, guess what? I won't ask for him no more. So I don't feel really base it off of anything but current what's going on. Now I know with some of the players that we have in the history of our team, it's deeper than just the football, right? I heard every time certain names come up, I hear about, you know, maybe it's the chemistry and blah blah blah. So I can't really speak to that because I ain't in the team as much as I could really speak to that definitively. But if it's about football, which is what I focus on, I don't think we should ever close the door on anybody first.
Yeah, I feel like though in this particular squad, if you look at the wingers, like so for like a Fleming to probably get in as a winger, he has Cephas, Campbell, and Gray really competing with. Unless you're going to say that the young Kyle Dixon, he can replace him, which I don't know, because I feel like Kyle Dixon can play left, right, and down the middle.
Yeah.
So
can Fleming?
Okay, Fleming play down the middle? I've never seen him play down the middle.
He can.
Okay.
He can. A lot of times when we used to play that 4-4-2 stuff, he would be one of the two sometimes. Most of the time, he would be right or left. That is true. But I would say between those two players, with especially like the physicality of it, you know, Junior Flemings could more handle a central role than Dixon currently, like today. So at least that's what I think. The way we play. So look, I'm not saying that he needed to be in there. I'm just saying sometimes I feel like we just disregard players when, you know, maybe that could have been the solution, you know, because we have had squads before where, as I said, we get to the second half and want to make subs, but maybe the coach is not totally believing in the names that and the people he's seen, so we don't make those subs, and then sometimes it costs us. So I just feel like, you know, a lot of times we get so caught up in, you know, where them going to play, what's the 11, we need to think more what are 23, because you might need a certain variation of that 23 in different moments of different games.
The coach said that though, you know, he said that we have starters and finishers. That's correct. That's a term that he used. Yeah.
And we need to look at it when we're analyzing it that same way. Not necessarily, okay, this guy is 31 and he's a finisher, so we should really use 20-year-old finishers because we need to think about 20. No, we need to think about the 78th minute of this game we have coming up, not 2030. You know, yes, and there's a balance to it. You can't just disregard all the young players, but I'm saying sometimes I think we overemphasize that. You know what I'm saying? And we already have players who are young that get chances in the team that will keep the age down. So it's not like we have to make sure we're full up all the finishers with young people, you know.
Because the thing is that a lot of the people, like, they don't realize that Latibody is still young. Tavan Gray is still young. Kira Anderson is young.
Young.
Yes. So there's a lot of young players in the team. Deshane Bernard is young as well.
Yeah, most of them are, you know, 25 or younger. Most of them, you know. Yeah. So
El Granny is saying that based on your theory, he's saying that means Haka has a chance to return. I don't think it goes that far. Come on now. I don't think it goes that far. El Granny.
It has to be like reasonable, right? So I mean, nobody can produce what Haka is doing in football to show me. I'm saying if the player is Haka's age, but he's playing a reputable league and playing well, we should not say because he's this age we shouldn't look at them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the proof will be, you know, every time on the internet you can look and see what the people are doing. So no matter how old they are, they're gonna still put the stats out.
Yeah.
They still put the stats out, yeah, man. But yeah, as like overall, I'd say the squad is okay. I mean, not. I didn't really expect much change from the last one, and there hasn't been. I think it's three players different out of, or four out the keeper.
Yeah. So, yeah, 4 out. Hector out. John Campbell out. Jamal out. Shamar out, Kanaya out.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah.
So 5. And the new additions would be Romario, Tyreek McGee, Mason Holgate,
and Cephas is
Avon Gray, and Shaquan Davis.
And Cephas, because remember Cephas was not in the last squad.
You're right, he wasn't in the last squad. Yeah, so that would be okay. So that makes sense. So all the people drop out. Norman Campbell is back. So yeah, so I mean, look, I think this squad can get the job done in the 2 games. I'm really interested to see how he manage Antonio, especially with that synthetic pitch.
I'm telling you, that is my thing. And Ethan Pinnock.
I don't believe Brentford would want him to play on that pitch either, but let's see.
I feel like a lot of the players will not play like full minutes, like full 90. I don't know. I just feel like I'm wondering what is the FIFA rules and those things, because I'm thinking like you probably shouldn't allow it if all countries don't have access to play on that. Then it should be grass. I don't know.
That's something, man. Turf feel like the player's going to have to wear flat shoes.
Yeah, because it's 4G. That's the rating of it.
So it's not the half grass, half turf. It's like full turf.
Full turf, yeah. And they say it's a 4. They have 3G or 3 grade or 4 grade. It is 4 grade, which is the highest level.
Okay. Well, hopefully them can get through that game. Because
you know what I want to find out? If people who know, like, so when the team plays in the like Goalkeeper and Copa, they play sometimes in the NFL stadiums, and they use it's very when you jump and you like I've tried it. When you drop on it, boss, you feel like it like your body, like the vibration go right up to your head. Right, when you jump and you land on it, right? No,
those pitches you can still wear a regular football boot and play.
Yes, that's what I want to find out. Like, what is the difference with those surfaces in the States that they bring out the NFL surface and bring in a football surface to play on? What is the difference between that and what is in Nicaragua?
Yeah, so I've got to get some grass research done forward with the information. Because to me, it's a football boot. You have to wear the indoor shoes, like to tell those things. So I would love to get that clarity.
Yeah.
Because to me, any player have any kind of individuals, with the travel and then playing like an Antonio or a Pinnock or any of those guys, I don't think that they can give you much more than a 45 to 60 minutes and then play again against Honduras in the stadium. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
It's going to be important about what kind of turf it really is. You say it's 4G, so I'm going to start research and so on.
Yeah, I see DW saying that if it is 4G, he's saying that it is fine. If the pitch is 4G, it's fine. I don't know what. I need some more, because I don't understand it. So I need somebody who probably understand. I think it's carpet compared to fake grass. I don't know.
Yeah, DW is saying that the 4G, you would still use regular shoes. Or, I don't know if you mean regular shoes.
It is the same turf some MLS team play on. But the players in England would not be used to this.
I know, like, for example, Atlanta United field where they play and the Falcons play. That field is a turf. It's like a hybrid. It's turf and grass.
A turf and grass, right? Which is exactly.
And that's typically what they have been going to lately. But this says it's all turf, so that's what's making me kind of concerned. Like, what's the difference in how it's gonna feel when you step, when you plant and you try to change direction? Are these things we have to worry about with our players? I don't know. But I mean, if FIFA is letting the game play, it can't be so bad.
Yeah. If you know, you can let us know. You understand me? You can call in and let us know. I know it is something similar to what is at the Captain Horaceburg Center of Excellence. He says New England Revolution play on something like that in the MLS. All right.
Yeah, man. A lot a lot of those teams that have the dual stadiums, they went to that grass because it can withhold, like, it's good for both games. You know, it's not just better for football. You know, it's both of them can work. So I think that a lot of the clubs that use two teams in the stadium have gone to that turf, so they don't have to be switching it out every time like they used to.
Oh, somebody's one is saying that most players in England grew up playing on Astro. Astro is smooth and flat, so it's no excuse for losing. Hopefully it's 3G or 4G, but if not, just win. Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, but man, go free up the line.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. That was Jason Guna. Lots of information there. Right. But like I said, people, it's a good enough squad. People asking what is my starting 11. You understand me? Just, we just go and watch and see, wait and see. 1738. Big up yourself, Donovan McGrowder. The Mannings, 1738, 6-6. Next round, you know that we are bound. Yeah, man. Yeah. There you go, Rob. I remember when we went to Nicaragua in 2015. Geez, what is the name of the forward from England? He scored. Is Jermaine Beckford? Or is it Jermaine Beckford that scored? Oh, geez. What's the name of the forward, man? He played in MLS too, Either Jermaine Beckford or that other forward that played in the MLS from England, that played for Jamaica, that actually scored over there because some of the players declined to go and play. Yeah, declined. Simon Dawkins, yeah. Simon Dawkins, actually. I think it was Simon Dawkins, man. Simon Dawkins. Yeah. But, Barnes declined to play, but Simon Dawkins went and Simon Dawkins scored. Yeah. But yep. So good squad. Thought overall it was a good press conference. Quickly, listen, I want to touch on just a couple of things, right? As it relates to the yeah. All right. Right. So last night I really watched I watched the Mount Pleasant Real Hope game, right? Now I keep on telling people when I look at like Haitian team and the Trinidad and Tobago team, their technical ability and passing the ball. I don't know. I get the feeling like these teams are the Trinidad team, even the Police team that is an old team. Their control and passing. Same thing with the Haitian team. They control and pass the ball. Very few loose passes. The Jamaican team, I don't know. Like what is wrong with us? And it's not like Haiti have some superior surfaces all across Haiti. Dre, anyway, that sports. You have to put that one in our super sticker for me inside. You understand me? It was a strange question and from a very strange group. What can I say? I was surprised that they were asking that question. But I feel like, and that is the problem. I watched a Mount Pleasant game, and so Real Hope of Haiti defeated Cavaliers, the number 1 team, defeated Mount Pleasant, the number 2 team. This team had no place to really train in Haiti, so they come to Jamaica, basically camp out in Jamaica, meaning that they are not playing week in, week out. They are not playing week in, week out. They are in Jamaica in camp, just training. And the teams in Jamaica that are playing Premier League football can't beat them. Can't beat them. This is a Haiti team. Mark, they have Venezuelan and stuff playing on the team. But We can't beat them. Cavaliers never beat them. Mount Pleasant never beat them. The Mount Pleasant team, like, I had to send a message and ask, why is the team playing so deep? Why is the team playing so deep? The defenders were on the 18-yard box when Bradford pressing. Like how that makes sense. So they left this big gap in the middle. The passing, the controlling, the body position. I cannot understand it. Then the players are not disciplined. So yesterday, Mount Pleasant made a change, for example, right? So they took off the left back, who was Gadiel Irwin. Obviously, they are going to a back three. So Dyer supposed to be playing in the back three out there, right? No, I don't understand. As soon as the man come off, the man them score down there because the man who's supposed to play over there. So what? The court didn't give the instruction. They didn't know that they're going to a back three. Like how that happened? How that happened at this level of football? No, I think Topi is a talent. I think like if he gets fit and take football serious, he's one of the, when it comes down to passing the ball, I think Jamal Topi is one of the best centre backs in Jamaica when it comes down to passing the ball, controlling and passing the ball. Very composed, good read of the game, Jamal Topi. He may be slow and stuff, but he's a very good passer of the ball. No, for the life of me, you have Kevin Nolan, the under 17. Right? You have, oh my Lord, you have the young Haitian who can play on the wing. You have Nathaniel James. And Topi comes on to play center forward in a game that you need to win. When you have the Raheem Edwards, that change never made sense to me. So here's what I would have done. And I'm telling, and I'm saying this, right? Mount Pleasant going to have to make some tough decisions. Soleil McCullough, days of playing midfield is long gone. If you're not going to let him play in the wing back position where he inverts, his days are long gone in midfield. He doesn't win a lot of tackles. He even struggles when he plays right or left back with the same thing. That is why you invert him. He never won any ball in the middle of the park. And Joshua Anglin is not a ball winner. So you cannot have two midfielders who cannot win the ball in the middle of the park. Right? So here's the thing now. Either you're going to bench your captain, or you're going to put him a wing back. Because here's what you need to do. The other change. You're going to have to put Kyle Ming at centre back. One of those centre backs need to be dropped. You have to prove. Daniel Green, Reggae Boyz, big up yourself. People, this is good young youth. Good young youth. Decent human being. Respect him a whole lot. But right now, since last year, you farm off my boss, you need to be on the bench. You need to be on the bench. You need to be on the bench. Mount Pleasant do not play on 4-4-2. Play 4-3-3. So those are some changes you have to make. If Soleil McCullough is going to play, he has to play a wing back, which means either you're going to bench Gadiel Irwin, who had a horrible game, or you put Kyle Ming inside and bench one of those centre backs. One of your better midfielders, I'm going to tell you who is Tevin Shaw. Tevin Shaw and Nathaniel James are good ball handlers. So you need to play Tevin Shaw, Joshua Anglin. And in that number 10, you play Nathaniel James. Then up front now, you got Devontae Campbell. But you have to coach Devontae Campbell to defend. He has to defend. Center forward, you can go Raheem Edwards or Nicholas Nelson. Shaquille Bradford, you need to get some benching right now. It's long time you not score a goal for the club, my boss. Come on, man. But let's see, and let's see what Jesus good. The change could be made, but they had but adjust the formation to cover the left back space after. So that's what I'm saying. So they were going to a box three. So is it that the coach did not tell them, or the person who was supposed to go over there did not go over there? All right. So here's the thing now. The player that they had, Jason, let me tell you this. The player that they had, that they end up selling, the two players that would help them in this era are in Portmore. Right? One is Melvin Doxley, who was in the midfield winning ball. The other one that they had a few seasons ago is overseas now, Alwyn Harvey. The next one is Howell. Those three guys are gone. Anglin is a good player, you know, but Anglin is good on the ball. Good on the ball. So I think if you're going to use players on the ball who good on the ball, then the two best to use is Stevenson and Anglin, because they go, and you have to use Nathaniel James because they're going to help you to keep the ball. If you're trying to play where you need a ball winner, you're going to struggle, because really and truly, unless you're going to put Topi in there unless you're going to put Topi up there who's slow, or what they can do is this guy named Pennycook, who was at Tivoli. You just throw him in there and say, listen, just tackle and win the ball. Just tackle and win the ball. And when you tackle and win it, your nearest teammate, you pass it, and that's your job. You can do that and put Pennycook in there. But they need somebody with some aggression, ball winning in there. That number 10, he plays for the national team as well. He's the captain for Real Hope. Every time the man get the ball in beat, just in body movement alone, him Lego, two of the more pleasant midfielder. What's his name? Johnson? What's his name? The Asian captain. the man just goes up. And them gone. Him goes and them gone. Him goes and them gone. Yeah. Yeah. That is it. Yeah. Yeah. Johnson Jody. How you pronounce that surname? I don't even know. But man is a maestro. Mount Pleasant, if you don't want to buy somebody, buy him. And that man I must buy. That man I must buy. The Brazilian not ready yet, man. The Brazilian not ready yet. The Brazilian not ready. The Brazilian have to be in a mobile where he's a cornerstone of the team. In the Mount Pleasant team, it's not going to happen. He's not ready yet. Understand me? But the young player that came on, the Rhyme Edwards, he look well. But yeah. Yeah. So I think the coaching, I don't know, like I would like to understand why they were playing. Why they were playing so deep. Like in modern day football, like so watch this. People, if you we all press or we don't press, your center forward cannot be pressing and your defensive line is on the 18 yard. It's almost like the Mount Pleasant defenders made up their mind that they're not going to let the Asian play the ball behind them. So they compensated by playing deep. You know how much time the Mount Pleasant, the Haitian team got the ball in the middle and kick it at the goal. Keeper made some save. But look at the first goal that they scored. So the ball is clipped over. Dyer is behind the player. The ball looked very awkward. He jumps up in the air, controls the ball, brings it down, turns, and kicks the ball across the goal, and Dyer don't get in a tackle. When the player is coming down out of the air with the ball, like I said, in his instep because of how the pass was played over, Daniel Green is standing right in front of him and don't even put in a foot. Right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. You have to give Cavaliers credit, you know, and Speed. Because Speed is using a lot of new players that with some of these names, we don't know them. And they are getting the result. Mount Pleasant are, listen, here, let me give you Shaquan Davis, national player. Fitzroy Cummings, national player. All of these players, I'm going to tell you, that have been called to the national team at some point. Played games, friendly or whatever. Dyer, call up. Irwin, call up. Ming, called up. Anglin, called up. Sule, called up. Daniel Green, called up. Have a goal. Devante Campbell, call up. Have a goal. Nicholas Nelson, call up. Shaquille Bradford, call up. An entire team of players called up and represent the national team. And look like this? Come on, man. This is a big one, top 10. This is where now they miss Demario Phillips, because Demario Phillips had a lot of energy. He's very wasteful with the ball sometimes, but energy. But we have to do something overall in terms of our controlling and passing of the ball. We give away the ball too easily with like simple passes and errors. And that needs to be fixed in the football all around. What's that? Once if the player they're blind. I don't know if the players are blind, but for the life of me, if your left back come off, and because when the left back came off, Topi came on and Topi go forward, then the instruction must pass. So we're going to a back three. Listen, there's an extent. The team from here could have scored, you know, because they got a 4v1. I think Dyer was the only player back. And I don't know how they didn't score that. 4v1. And when you look at the camera shot, you could not see one player from Mount Pleasant coming back to defend. The man them give up the ghost, boss. Joking. Joking. And Mr. Christie. All right. And Coach Rickmore. When you get Mr. Gould, there are some people, right? Even in terms of advice and to talk to some of these players. I'm telling you already. You see, psychology is important. And sometimes you can't talk to the coach, you talk to the player. Sometimes you need some outside people. I'm telling you already, you know. I've made, yeah. You know what? Davian Ferguson, speedy recovery, boss. He was in an accident. So he's out because he was in an accident. He wasn't there last night. Speedy recovery, boss. It could have been worse, so give thanks, you know. Give thanks, yeah. 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 Yeah, man, Mount Pleasant out. Cavaliers and Real Hope, Cibao and Mocha. Those are the semi-finalists. But you have to give Speed credit because Speed I use some unnamed or no-name youth and I produce better results. But I think Mount Pleasant needs some, like, not on the coaching because I think they have a coach, but you know, maybe they need to look into management, you know, and say, management, listen, we're gonna bring you on, not to come and intervene in the technical, but to psychology. Talk to some of these players. begin to assess and evaluate the players and tell who is fit for this. There's a shot, right? Go back and watch the game. When players on the bench were laughing, it's almost like, I watch it, like they were laughing at what was happening on the field. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. Speedy recovery as well to Leon Bailey. He's out of the squad because of injury. Many of us were wondering why he was substituted for Aston Villa in the Champions League. Now you hear that he has aggravated an injury, so he's out again. Big up Pioneer. Yeah, man, me always give them advice. I think like even if they have one like I don't know, like I right now, if I were in the position at Mount Pleasant to do these things, there are two things I would do to bring stability. Yeah, bring stability to the club. Here's what I'll do. I'd engage like a Roy Simpson because he's familiar with the players. And that's what I do. I'd engage a Roy Simpson to kind of work as a consultant to many things in the club alongside Paul Christie. And then if I were in the position, I'd say, all right, management, here's the thing. We're going to bring you on board. Yeah, man, would I do that if I didn't? But I'm not in charge of Mount Pleasant. Because some of these players need to be sat down and spoken to and figure out what is going on in their heads. Need to figure out what is going on mentally and emotionally, because what is happening on the field, it don't add up to what we hear Mount Pleasant provide and does. I'm telling you, something not adding up. Something is not adding up. And you need some people with some track record to do this. So, Mount Pleasant, that's my advice. Right? See when I can reach out to Roy Simpson and say, listen, we want to speak with you in a consultant to be a thing. And we are going to bring on Manningsman. You're advocate for more than that. No, man, but seriously. But I think the team can produce a whole lot more. They have a game on Monday, so let's see. But there needs to be a talking to and a constant checking up on the players. Some of these players need to go through some sort of evaluation mentally, because the decision that it's like, I think they're at the place where you have to put them in scenarios and have them give answers, like to see how they I think, who said it? See this comment. Dusrell said it. Was it Dusrell? This comment right here. It says that is to show the players are not able to analyze and fix things during the game. That is it, my boss. I think one of the things that needs to happen is that exercises need to be done and questions need to be asked and scenarios need to be posted to the players and see what is their analytical minds doing. How fast do they think about things? And that sort of exercise, because mentally they are not acting or looking intelligent on the field. Not. No, man, I talked about Arnett, Remember, I spoke about Arnett and how woeful Arnett is. I think Xavier Gilbert is trying to do something with the Arnett team that is not working. I'm going to tell you what. This Arnett team is very good going forward, but very poor defensively. They don't defend with proper shape. The thing with Mount Pleasant is that Mount Pleasant defend well. Cavaliers defend well. Arnett Garner create opportunities, And again, I remember I spoke about it in the last game, the decision making. And notice again, people, the two players who have been the most prolific are Jalmaro Calvin and Stan. They are not from Jamaica. You watch this league, and and when I say that, and I know me that the players them can read and write, but the footballing intelligence and thinking that is needed is not being displayed. Too many poor decisions in crucial moments. I see for example, Mount Pleasant down and Kimone Bailey get a free kick. The man skied the free kick close to the end of the game. My point is that in that time, you have to get your head right. The man sky the free kick, boss. That is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Levels of concentration and stuff. No, sometimes a coach is a coach, but they don't work on the psychology of the players. They don't work on that part. Well, Duklan, I don't think it's just personal issue. I think they have other things occupying their mind. One Fabi friend, what go on there? What say you?
Blessings, boss. So
Every time, blessings. You're fortunate, you know. You're the last caller, you know, for the day, you know. So big up yourself. People, hit the like button.
yeah, man.
Subscribe and share. This is the last call for the day, and we need some more super sticker, super chat. All right. So go ahead and make your point, my boss.
Yeah, I was just listening to the argument we make because much on it game last night. But this is something where we actually talk to one of the coaching staff on it concerning defending. From the seat from the club shield. When we watch them during the club shield, I mean them get away with it because I think they were the best team. Isn't me? And they're going forward, as you said, they're very potent going forward. And them get away with it because they play against some lesser teams. However, coming up against better teams, yeah, you have to defend better. And these days, I mean, long ago you could have depend on maybe a 1 and 2 man back line, but nothing nowadays football, brother. Like defending is a team sport now. You have to defend as a team. And if you're unable to defend as a team, you're going to suffer because the defending has to start from the front. Isn't it? So the moment the man them beat the front line man them believe, all right, I'm not have to run back, I'm not have to chase and all of these business. No, like you have to defend as a team. Isn't it? I mean, the only man where nobody now got pressure to defend these days are Messi. And you're not Messi, brother. So because you're not Messi, you have to defend. Isn't it? So every single soul have to defend, and that's the problem when you watch all the league. Like the back line under so much pressure because the front and the middle barely defend.
Yes, boss.
So anybody who come on board when you have a team, then you have to defend. And you talk about the youngster down by Mount Pleasant named Campbell. Like you have to, even as a winger, even worse, man, you have to run all the way back and help out. Like this is what football is all about, and so a lot of men don't make it at the highest level because they don't defend. If you're not exceptional with your talent going forward, then you have to have a two-side game.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have to have a two-side game, and that I think lacking in our local league. But one of the next things me hear you talk about, and I believe could also help players and help the clubs in the psychology part is that I'm not sure. I don't see it in the football. I'm not daring to make a waiver. Where I'm at, I think they should implement more life skill during the training sessions, which helps. And it has to start from youth level. These things help to build critical thinking, and you use that during the game. And it helps to build other things that you need while the game is going on. So if we don't implement much life skill during the training sessions, then when it comes to playing the game, you're unable to exercise your tactical part of your tactical brain. And you're able to exercise your decision making and your critical thinking during the game. And your analysis and all of these things. But we don't use these things because when we reach a training, as I'm running and knocking a ball and then get to the thing, instead of implementing life skill. And this is why I can talk from my end, the Dutch are so good. When we just look at the Dutch players when it comes to thinking the game and all of this, they're very good because of the life skill that are implemented in training session. And you have to implement these things from a youth level so they grow with it. So, I mean, hopefully something can be done in that department.
I think so. I think they need to get somebody who can help with the psychology. Get into these players' mind, find out what is going on, and like I said, help them with how just making some decisions in some difficult times. are some tough situations. I think the decision making is very, 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 very poor. Very poor. It's like the minds are detached, like from the actual game. Like they're playing the game with their physical abilities, but there is no mind involved in it. Except
But that's what is happening.
Yeah.
That's what is happening. They're playing because you can play and me have a little talent. However, it takes way more than that if you want to play on the highest level. You see me? Because I think that, and this is why I said to some of my players, I said, education-wise, education is so important when it comes to pitch and kick a ball. But being educated off the pitch helps you a lot on the pitch because football is a lifestyle. So if you're able to think well off the pitch and education-wise, when you reach on the pitch, it helps you to make proper decisions. You get what I mean? So that is also another stake where you have to look at them money have to take education serious when you're in school because it can only help you while you're on the pitch to make better decisions. You see me? So these are some of the things where you probably have to look at these things.
I think like school etiquette, because I don't know like how educated Messi is. So here's my thing. What I'll say is that there is the ability to make tough decisions in critical moments. You don't have to be like a 90 average student or a 4-point at GPA. Those things.
No.
But what I'm thinking about is
either.
football and intelligence, which is what I'm talking about. Like, all right, what will better enable me to make the right decision in the most difficult time on the field? And that is it. Like, when do I shoot? When do I square? When do I kick it power?
Right.
When do I go?
Let me answer
like
you on
that part of that. When do I try to just use just placement over power? When do I need to use power? All right. When do I run? All right. Nicholas Nelson, for example, like had some crazy offside. I'm wondering, man, how he offside there? Like, when do I dribble the ball? Like Devontae Campbell is something that he needs to know. When do I dribble? You see the double team. Why do you dribble into the double team? When do I cut it back? All of those things are decision making.
Two things I believe that can help with it. One is all about putting the player in those situations in training sessions, like constant, because doing something constant, it becomes permanent. Yeah. If they're able to be placed in those positions in your training session constantly, then you are able to correct it. You see me? And another thing, one of the things, and this is where I share with some of my players, that you're playing with a forward and you're a midfielder. Your job is to give the forward so he can score. However, he doesn't make the right ones for you. So one of the things is those guys, midfield, forward, all of these things, they have to talk with each other. Like you. So that happened to most professionals. Them talk with them and so often like, yo, like to make the run here and like to do this. When you see me make that move here, this is the moment now to make the pass. Them when I look at them, they will talk to each other off the field.
Yeah. And sometimes it looks like I said it to someone at Mount Pleasant, that it looks like when the players come on, like they're upset that they didn't start. They're not happy that they go on to make a difference, but they're upset that they didn't start. And so they go on the field with an attitude already, which affects your thinking.
Yeah.
Your mind is already clouded because you're going out there with the wrong mindset. You're vexed.
Yeah. Well, I don't even understand it takes seconds to score a goal. Seconds.
Yeah.
Really. Well, yeah, thanks for receiving the call, boss.
Yeah, man. All right. Blessings.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so people, listen. Hey, I have to big up every single one of you. What a great show it is. What a great day it is. What a great group of people to have sticked and stayed with me for 2 hours and 19 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. You're absolutely, absolutely fantastic on this wonderful, wonderful Friday. Thanks to every single one of you who made a comment, who liked the video, who shared the video. Thanks to every single one of you that called in and shared your thoughts. Thanks to every single first-time subscriber to the platform. I appreciate you totally. All right. Thanks for every super chat. Thanks for every super sticker. I appreciate you. I know sometimes you want all your comments to be posted, and admittedly, I may not have been able to do so. It is not a matter of disrespect. It is just that there are so many comments. It's hard to put up every single one. All right. But nonetheless, maybe the next show you would, I'll be able to do that. What you can also do is you can also put your comments in the official video comment section. And what I will do is that when I have a next show, I will go there and I will read out some of them. All right. You understand me? It is possible, Duckland, that baby mother drama and problems could be causing them to miss games. It is possible, right? But really appreciate it. Let's see. We have right now 114 likes. So if 6 more persons could at least like the video so we can get to 120, that would be good. Big up to all the vloggers, the social media personalities who are in the sporting field. Military Guna, let me call out some names. Military Guna, Simon Preston, Reggae Boyz commentary, Sports Prophecy, JT, Elite Sports, that's Ryan LFC, Coach's Desk, Coach Minzy, CC Sports Lab, that's CC, iMaxit, JD, Cranky Live, my brethren, big up yourself, Jason Guna, TV, Presser, 433 Presser, big up yourself, Duckland at Ballheads TV, big up yourself. Oh Lord, am I Dre Anyweather Sports, the Instagram boss, Bam Sports TV, the Fabrizio Romano of Jamaica's transfer market. Oh Lord, am I leaving out anybody, people? Am I leaving? Hey, T-Got Sports down the middle, big up yourself. Yeah, I big up West Palm Beach. Yeah, man, journey with that sport. Who am I leaving out, Jason? Tell me. I have to big up Jason, and Drew Fortis. We don't even talk about the New York Knicks yet, Tell you, and the Cowgirls. A big up to Caitlin Clark. She won the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. Big up yourself. Detroit, Yeah, man, I said Reggae Boyz commentary. I did it, Simon Preston. Big up. Hey, yo, any day, big up Cataract. Soldier, build up yourself, Cataract. Any day, Cataract asks a question when I have multiple parts. Yo, I'll give him a special award. Any day, Cataract asks a question without multiple parts to the question, and if you have no build up to the question, give him an award. Yeah. You understand me? Big up Blacks, Chuko Blacks. So Chuko Blacks, one of the equipment person, his mother passed, and today is a funeral. Yeah? So big up Chuko Blacks every time. You understand me? I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. As usual, Talawa TV, bless up. I hear that Talawa TV put out some video beating the vloggers about some Jamaican. I need to know which Jamaican footballer, some fighting we're going. I need to know what is going on there. Heard that there was some big thing going on with some former Jamaican footballer and some women in fight and thing. And I think she called out vloggers for not doing video. Somebody need to tell me about that story, What is it about? I think it was while we were in Honduras for that game, but somebody need to tell me what that story. For this camp, people, let's see if we can do an interview with, Mikel Antonio. No whisper in the squad. No whispering. Only loud shouting. Just said. Yes, schoolboy football. Man is there. Stats and Calabar to the big game. C-bar. You understand me? Hey, Peso, I'm going to beat you, you know. You see the T that we have on the road. Wait, hey, Peso, 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 Peso. Me I go beat you, you know, Peso. Peso, me I go beat you, you know, Peso. You better, Peso, just correct the word, you know. And don't make me beat you, you know. Oh, you big, much like kind of professionalism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 letters in professionalism. And you get it right. And you get the 5 you get the 5-letter word wrong. Fix it, boss. Fix it. You hear me I tell you? Fix it. You can't get the 15-letter word right and the 5-letter word. Fix it, Peso. Big up bonus, boss. Big up yourself with a Peso. You two bad boy. You two bad boy, I tell you. Hey. Oh, tomorrow on Sportsman. Chris Wade, C-Bar, up, and running. Understand me? Let's see if Andrew Price can get the price right this year or this time around into the second round. It's a MBU. Yeah, ambulance down at the airport now, you know. So you don't know. Understand me? It's at Buchanan over East Portland. One day we need to talk about some politics like that. Jamaican politics and drama basis. You know? Hey, El Granero. You're some for my know El El Granero. Take out the T and insert a T. You should have leave the man alone. El Granero should leave the man alone. You should have leave the man alone now. You see, you go try correct and get it incorrect. All right. Duckland, we have a riddle for you, Duckland. Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Guess this riddle or perhaps not. Which word is always spelled incorrectly in the dictionary, Duckland? Which word is always spelled incorrectly in the dictionary? The only word that is spelled incorrectly. No matter what the Webster's, Nelson's, you understand me? It is spelled incorrectly in the dictionary. Which word? Tell me that, Duckland. Let's see if you're bright. Don't tell him. Don't help him out. Tell him on them what you want Jason him, man. He want to answer the question. I'm telling him, say, Duckland, may I ask the question. All right. Seeing that you know everything, last question. I'm gone. Jason, seeing that you answer Duckland question. You don't answer the question already. Jason, this one for you. This one is for you. All right. Which pet is always lying around the house? Which pet is always lying around the house? Which pet is always lying around the house, JC? You can't get the one there. You see it, you answer the... I want get it, carpet. Yo. Oh, you get that, boss? Carpet. Carpet indeed. It is carpet. It is carpet. It is carpet indeed. All right. All right. No more riddles. You understand me? I hate that, people. But also, next year we must some big one. Duckland never know the one there, no, Jason. You understand me? Never know the carpet one. You understand me? Yeah. All right. Big up, people. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am management. This is I Am Sure Sports as usual. When we get to the end of the show, we say we are over and we are out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing was in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.